Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see there, that is my new intro. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I actually got it off a designer who was working on Fiverr. So if anyone is looking for an animated logo, send me a message and I'll forward his details to you. It actually worked out quite well. The animation that I actually ordered arrived and was actually very good as well. But he added the one that I ended up choosing as a bonus one. I didn't even request it. So I actually got two animations for the price of one. And maybe at some stage I'll show you what the other one looked like. It's also very cool. But I thought the new one that I used today almost looks like the start of a movie. You know, when the production house comes up. And that's exactly the sort of look I was going for. So I think yesterday it was Julie over at Pouring Your Heart Out did a flip cup pour, and if you haven't seen her video, there were a lot of interesting tips and tricks in there. One of which mistake I've been making was that I don't think I've been using enough paint when I do my flip cups, which ends up in less cell activity. So today what I thought I'd do is try and replicate Julie's painting using pretty similar colors. She had these five here, the orange, yellow, red, white and black, but she did it with the blue, and of course I'm going to be doing it with the purple. The other thing she did was she sprayed her cups with some silicone spray, just so that the paint doesn't stick to them. I've also added 3 drops of silicone to each of these cups, and I'm hoping that this is going to sort of turn out the same as hers, because it was a fantastic pour. And I'll put a link to her video in my description if you want to go check it out. Okay guys, first things first, I'm going to get the paints into the cups. And so I will cue the music and let's get going. Right guys, there we go. We've got all 3 cups nicely layered. It does look like a lot of paint. I think normally I would use 2 full cups to do a flip pour for a canvas this size. But yeah, we're going to give it a go with these 3 and see if what Julie said about the cells is actually right. So let me try flip this without spilling it. Oh, that wasn't very good. Need to practice that a bit more. There we go. Get the last one. There we go. I'm just going to let those sit for a little bit. I can already see a lot of cell action. I'm not sure whether spraying the silicone into the cups is going to add to the cell production or not, but we're about to find out. Right, let's get going guys, see if I can flip these and pull them. Yeah, so what I normally do is flame it and then tilt it, but I think what Julie did was tilt it first and then flame it from a distance so that the cells really come up nice and round, and you don't have to tilt them too much once they're formed, and which then misshapes them into sort of weird oblongs and things like that. So I'm just going to try and tilt this and spread the paint out. Okay guys, there we go. That is looking awesome. Some of the really big cells coming up already, and I haven't even blowtorched it yet, so I'm going to do that now. And another tip that Julie mentioned was that because there's so much paint on here now, you don't actually have to go very close with the flame. Otherwise, as we know, you tend to get those caterpillars. So I'm just going to go from a high distance here. And see what comes out. I can always go a bit lower later. Right, there we go. I'm just going to clean up the corners. Another tip which I always do, because that's what I learned to do when I started out, but obviously I didn't know the reason for it. Julie was saying if there's little drops of paint on the sides, what it does, it keeps the paint keeps pulling the paint off the canvas, so it'll keep stretching until it's all dropped off, which is why it's a good idea to scrape off the bottom bits once you're ready to go. Right guys, that's it. I'm going to flame it again. Not as many cells as I thought, but as we know, the type of silicone oil that you use determines how many cells you get. I'm just using the one that you get from the art shop, which is just silicone oil. I think Julie uses the one that you use for lubricating treadmills, which I don't think you get in South Africa. So I'm sort of stuck with what I have. But yeah, it's still getting good results, which is good. Right guys, there you have it. What an interesting pour. I love the color combinations, the sort of lines going down here. Not sure about this little yellow bit here. I guess it's mixed with the black to make a little bit of grey. And also not as many cells as I thought there would be. But putting that aside, I think everything else looks fantastic. One of my nicer pours. I love the different color contrasts, and of course there's a little bit of purple here. Not as much as I would have thought, but I guess it's maybe mixed with the white here as well. So that's it guys. I hope you've been having a good weekend. It's Sunday morning here, and I'll be back later in the week for another pour. So that's it. Keep well. Here's the close-up. Cheers.